Hi, I'm with Sarah, who hails from Victoria in Canada, and she's going to tell us a travel story. She took off from Canada when you were
19.
Yep.
Right after high school. A high school friend and I saved up our pennies and hit Europe for about 3 months.
Righto, and then when you came back from that trip, what did you do?
Studied and worked, and then when I was 24, I moved to Vancouver, and I met an Australian fellow there who just swept me right off my feet and all the way back to Perth, and I've been here since January of 2011.
So coming up to 2 years in Australia, Sarah, how does it compare with Canada?
I love Canada. I'm a very proud Canadian, but I have loved living in Australia. The opportunities here, the lifestyle, it's something very different. It's something pretty awesome. The weather, of course, amazing. And the opportunities for work and for growth, they're stupendous. I found a great job in the first week of my arrival here, and there's just so much happening in Australia. I know a lot of my friends back home are struggling to find work after post-secondary education, college and university, and it's just not quite the same here. There's a lot of vacancies in a lot of different areas.
And you've just come back from a recent trip to Canada, and I remember you telling me that your friends were very jealous that you were jumping on the plane and coming back here.
Very, very jealous. I know that they were staring down the barrel of a Canadian winter, where I was heading into glorious summertime. And aside from just the weather, the fact that I had such a great job in such a fun location with so much to do. I mean, my friends who are working in hospitality back home, they're making $10 an hour plus tips, and you really have to hustle for the tips, whereas here it's a lot different. You're making sometimes easily twice that, and it's the level of service that's so appreciated for people coming from Canada.
So what would your advice be to people that are sitting home in Canada and maybe looking at doing something different with their life? Would you recommend coming out here? And
Definitely, absolutely. If you're thinking about it, do it. I told everyone, I told all my friends, come visit me, not just to visit me, but to have an experience that you really can't duplicate anywhere else in the world, not just for the experience itself, but for the ability to save some money, you know, add to your resume and just work.
That's a great thing, isn't it? In your role, you see a lot of people that have travelled, and it means a lot to see that on a resume, doesn't it?
For sure.
From an employer's perspective, if they've got some international travel on their resume, it's highly regarded. Doesn't matter what industry they're going for a job in.
Absolutely. If you've been able to work overseas, that shows just such a level of adaptability and resilience, and I think it would really benefit anyone. Get some work experience somewhere else and just get an experience somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. Thanks for sharing, Sarah.
Thanks, Andrew.